All right. So, if you haven't seen yet, I got plastics and graphics in, and she came out not bad. So this is the graphic kit I was going to put on the 450. Actually, I was going to put them on both bikes. So I was going to have them both matching, go out to whatever and take pictures of them both matching and ready to go. But stuff happened. So, yeah, I guess the 125 is for the most part done. I mean, there's still a couple things I want to do and a couple things I want to get. There's a clutch cover I want to get. This one I got the ignition cover already. And that's really mainly the only difference between now and before, besides plastics. The Polysport plastic kit. This kit went on pretty good. I mean, as far as putting the plastics on and all that, they fit relatively well. I did have some trouble with the front fender, getting the bolts in. So that's the only thing I had trouble with. The Polysport kit doesn't come with fork guards because, well, I don't know why it just doesn't come with fork guards, because the stock ones are the same ones, I guess. So we opted to put these new ProTech guards on there, and they're more of a full wrap guard instead of what was on there before, which would stop like halfway. So these guys will protect the fork tubes a lot better from any rocks and debris that comes up from behind, and should work a lot better than before. And of course, I got the dial in for them so we could have Throttle Syndicate print me up some graphics for them. For designing the graphics and going off what dial lines I could find and I had, I'm pleased with it. There's definitely some dial lines that probably could work out a little bit better on this one. So these ones aren't the greatest dial lines, but I'm okay with it. There's some little imperfections in it, like I didn't get this part right here as good as I could have. Some other dial lines can go, you know, instead of stopping here, go up over this onto there, sitting with that. So maybe in the future I'll get it like that. We did have an issue with printing it. Like, see how this side has a nice fade from light blue to dark blue. This one didn't get the fade, so we'll get that fixed. See, there's the issue with that. And same with the front. There's a fade here from light blue to dark, and there's no fade here. When I sent over the file and they transferred it over into their system, it just didn't rotate right, and I did forget my swing arm graphics. Those are still at Throttle Syndicate, so I will get those next time I'm there. And yeah, I do also have a custom bar pad cover that I have coming, and yeah, besides and the swing arms. So that's the only thing left as far as graphics go. Everything else came out pretty good, so I'm happy with it. The only thing I might could have done better, instead of using the white side plate plastic, I could have bought a black set. So yeah, Polysport plastic kit works pretty good. I do have a Cycra front number plate on there. Don't worry about that. So yeah, I think we figured out what was wrong with the fuel. This cap has a little one-way valve in it, and so it lets air in but not fuel out. Supposedly it does leak sometimes. This hose, actually, when I pull this off, there's a nice chunk of dirt sitting right on top of that hole. So essentially what was happening was the bike would run great and all that, and it wouldn't let enough fuel out of the tank into the carb, and the tank would, since there's no air going in to replace the fuel that's leaving the tank, it vapor locks, and you know, it doesn't work. It doesn't let any fuel go through, and then when I sit there for, you know, a couple minutes, the little bit of air that was getting here lets it in, and it starts back up and runs fine. So that was what the issue was. It vapor lock. So, but yeah, I think we're gonna go ride it again tomorrow. As far as being ready for the two-stroke World Championships, we are. The bike is pretty much ready. I might get a new seat cover because that one says N style on it, but who knows. But yeah, as far as two-stroke World Championships, we are ready. ready to go. Pleased with how it came out. I'm happy. I'm very happy with this. So graphics were good. Yeah. And here's an even better one. I even got custom setup sticker, so matches my graphics obviously. Put my name on there, and then yeah, so it's got my fork settings, so compression, rebound, oil height, spring rate, compression, rebound, high speed compression, spring rate, and when we did it last. So I'm special. I got my own fork decal, or I got my own setup sticker. Since I don't have a 450 to ride anymore, or right now, but yeah, I have a bike. I obviously have a 125. It looks cool. It's updated to my current year graphic kit. I call this Checkers V2 because it's the same Checkers pattern before, just updated to a little bit different design. I'm happy. I smoked Brian on building a 120, building our 2-strokes. My 125 is done. Brian's 500 almost went back, kind of went backwards a little bit. We found out that we found a washer that was missing out of the motor, so instead of having the motor all built, I mean, we didn't really get as far as to get the putting it in the frame and getting it, you know, running, but so we took it back apart, almost got it all the way apart. We found a washer that was supposed to go in the transmission, and it wasn't in the transmission, so this is why we're not a motor building shop. Yes, we can build engines, and we have. We'll build them for ourselves, but as far as doing it for customer stuff like that, this has been sitting here for a while because we've been doing other stuff and being busy as far as with suspension goes. So this is kind of a back burner project that's, you know, we'll get to it when we get to it. And yeah, it's kind of a little deflating on that, but I won as far as having our bikes ready and built by the time this race comes around. If this race ever happens, the 2-stroke World Championships, if it ever happens, we'll be there. I'll be on that 125 racing, I think it's 125 novice, and I'll probably be running my age class, 25 plus novice. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna go load it up and go home because it's probably close to 7 o'clock now. 7:30 now. So I'm gonna go load up and head on home so I can go ride this tomorrow. And we'll see you there, I guess? I don't know.